Welcome to another edition of Wrestling for a Fan, and I am joined by...
I convinced him to go to Bible study with me. So.
Yes, he convinced me to quit my job for the day and do Bible study.
He goes, okay, I guess I can give you one afternoon.
But there's a few things I want to talk about. First, it is... Let's all say happy birthday to Hardcore Christopher.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to
getting old. Happy birthday to you.
I will gift slap you.
He's 22 years old, which means...
Go up one.
Okay, 23, which means he's getting old as a goat.
Well, hey, you're going to be as old as WrestleMania.
That is a good point. So, let's talk wrestling news.
Okay.
Let's start out with Monday Night Raw, maybe get a little fun tonight, because who knows how many people are going to be there. A snowstorm. The show is going to continue as planned, even if they are performing just for the TV audience.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of fun, honestly. But I wouldn't want to be the fan that paid that money for that ticket.
Well,
because with the show going on as planned, they probably won't reimburse nobody.
Well, the fans could not...
It'd be up to them if they want to waive the store.
Well, the fans could not look forward in the future to see that a snowstorm was headed their way before.
No, and that's unfortunately the risk of buying your tickets months in advance. Basically, like I did with the Kansas City AEW show.
Well, it's just like
a chance you take.
It's just like if there's a giant snowstorm that hits KC, you guys probably will not be going anywhere.
No. I won't drive on it, much as I want to see my first TV show.
Hey, you did a 360 in a Lincoln Town Car on ice,
and that's why I don't drive on it. So let's flip from the law. We have a new IC champion in Braun Strowman, so now we can.
It's about time that the Monster Among Men won a title.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's go to a different company.
Okay.
ROH announced the return of the Pure Championship. They have not revealed if they're going to lift the original rules that went with this belt. But let me break it down for you. It's no closed fist in the face. Basically, you can hit them with a closed fist anywhere else. Well, minus one other spot. I'm not going to...
Well, yeah, the family jewels.
There we go. That's a good way of putting it.
The little kids.
But in the face, it's banned. The title can change hands on a count out, and I believe at disqualification. Do not quote me on that one.
Okay.
So there is a 3 rope break rule. Basically means you can only be saved by the rope break 3 times in a match. If you get caught doing the closed fist once, it's a warning. Second time, they will take one of your rope breaks away. If you're currently out of rope breaks, it's a disqualification. So, I want your opinion on a couple things.
Well, also, you told me that there is no champion advantage.
No, you cannot protect the title by a countout, and I'm pretty sure it's the same way with a DQ. The DQ part I'm not sure about, but I know you can't go out of the ring and continually count it, and the countout is a 20 count, which ROH uses that anyways.
Okay.
So, my 2 points. 1, your thoughts about them reinstating the ROH Pure Championship. And 2, if they use the same rules, your thoughts on the rule set.
Well, I'm going to start with the second one first. I like it. I actually saw... I can't remember, but it was an ROH match with Samoa Joe versus Nigel McGuinness.
Mm-hmm.
And there was the whole 3 rope breaks, and I'm like, what's going on here? I like it. Now, wait, what was the first part? What was the first question?
Okay, the 2 questions was, do you like the rules that went with the...
I answered that.
And do you think it's a smart idea to reinstate the title?
Well, the Pure Champ. How long of a span has the Pure Championship been out of commission, basically?
13 years? Something like that? Might have been 11, but it was over 10.
Okay, with that being said, I don't think it's a smart move. I think they should introduce... I mean, I understand why they're going back to that, but at the end of the day, it's as old as ROH itself.
Not quite. It debuted at the second year anniversary.
Okay, well,
So
it's
years,
old.
It is. I like the concept of the belt. I don't know if they're going to bring back the old belt or bring a new design. I personally think they need to bring a new design since it's been so long since we've seen it. So, do we still have an All-Age Women's Championships with the champion being filed? Have they brought in a new women's champion? Did they have a tournament, or did they just do away with the women's title?
I have no idea.
So, ROH currently has the World Championship, the tag belts, the six-man belts, the TV title, and the women's title, if it's still around.
Well, here's the thing. When whoever the champion was got fired, and she was... Didn't she suffer a concussion or something like that?
She was injured when she got fired. Yes.
When she was injured and she got fired, couldn't she just take the belt wherever?
No, because she didn't pay for the belt. It's not like the old NWA rule where you had to pay.
So it's not like when the NWA World Championship was being used on...
They don't have to pay deposits on it anymore.
Okay.
But they currently have 5 titles, and if the women's title's still around when the Pure Championship finals of the tournament, which I believe is September, launches, and they have that belt, there's 6 divisions. Here's the thing. They only have a 1-hour weekly, and then no pay-per-views, and then they have the big house shows type things that they do. Is 6 titles too many? Are they getting close to being in the WWE realm of too much?
Well,
but can we really say it's too much when ROH puts a lot of effort into making each division meaningfully?
I don't think that...
You can keep this video going. I'm going to put some gas in and fill up my cup.
I don't think that it's... I don't think that 6 titles is too many, and basically why I say that is because ROH is still pretty... it's not small...
It's not a small company.
It's not a small company by any means.
But I think they need...
But I think
they need a better TV deal.
I think they need to abandon the women's title, because after what ROH did to the current champion, who would want to hold that belt?
But at the same point, if they abandon the women's title, could they be accused of being racist against women?
Could they be accused of being sexist? That's a good possibility. Well, guys, I don't really know how to answer the question. I think they would. But the thing is, I look at it like, if a woman holds that title, think about the previous champion. She got injured, and Ring of Honor basically said, "We don't need you anymore," and they got rid of her. That's bad business. But do I think that Ring of Honor would be accused of being sexist towards women. I don't think so. Simply because they can, if the accusations start, they can always bring in a new belt for the women.
What was your answer to that question?
It was tough. I said at first I said yes.
I honestly think if it wasn't for that very comment, AEW would probably drop the women's division to reboot it already. And so, there's been a rumor that AEW is going to launch a 6-person tag at Jericho's Next Crew, which is, for those who don't know, 3 belts for a 3-man team. Do you think it will work? Who should be the first champion? And what will the belt look like?
Okay. I gotta think about this, folks. We haven't seen a 6-man tag title. Oh, God. We haven't seen a 6-man tag title in a long time. I think ever since the 80s. Or 90s. Shoot. I do think a 6-man tag title would work. What I think the AEW 6-man tag titles will look like? Maybe a make it a historical belt. I have like historic images on it, like 3-man groups that have held the title and have AEW in the middle.
So, what was your response to that?
Well, I was just on the last part before you so
Okay.
rudely interrupted.
Tell me what you touched and what your answer was.
I said that we haven't seen the tag titles, I think, ever since like the 80s, maybe.
Oh, you're talking about the 6-man tag.
Yeah, but
not on a main show. Always does have a 6-man.
I know there were 6-man tag titles in the territories, but that's because they had to be.
Well, it doesn't have to be.
Don't hit anything.
I'm not.
Don't make anything go boom.
My name is David. I have never had a car wreck. That's the way I want to keep it.
But as far as what I see the tag titles looking like, I say put like historical images on it, like have like other 3
I say they make it look similar to the tag belts with a little bit different design, just so you know exactly. Say there's only 2 of the 3 out for a tag match or instance, you know what belt they're bringing out.
Now, as far as who should hold those belts for the very first time.
Let's see if we hit the same guy here, because I will give you who I think in a minute as soon as you do.
I'm gonna say Young Bucks and Omega.
And I'm gonna completely and utterly
Disagree.
I think they are building the proper team. And they are building them pretty much from ground up.
The Dark Order?
No.
Or as Jim Cornette likes to call them, the Dork Order?
No. The team, I think, should be our first trios championships. And that could be what they actually call them. Because you call some of their matches a trios match. And you're going to go, what? I think they should put it on Because by then they would have had a year to build from nothing to something. Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus,
Marco.
and even the midget.
I don't want to see Marco Stunt hold a title.
Well,
I'm sorry, but
I kind of
how is that believable?
He doesn't even have to do anything. Let the other two do the walk.
May I remind you that there are like 5 foot to 6 foot guys that are selling for him.
And also, think about this. He get beat up tremendously. Think about the reaction when the hot tag to Jurassic Big Boy happens. It could be believable.
Okay.
But that's who I would like as the first champion.
Well,
Who do I see as first champion? Probably the Bucks and either Omega or Cody. Remember, Cody... Somebody didn't give me my donut that he promised me.
I didn't promise you anything.
You did too. You said, do you want a donut? And you said glaze, and then you didn't bring it out.
But you didn't ask me, do you promise to bring it out?
Okay. Smarty pants.
So, where do you see the AEW women's division in a year?
Anywhere but Leo.
I am so tired of seeing Riho.
Well, ask Cornette put it. Riho!
Ricola! Riho! I am so tired of seeing her hold the title because I hate to say it, but she's not believable at all.
They need to put that belt on Nia Rose and let Kong feud with her.
Now,
Or put it on Kong and let Nia feud with her.
Now, I've been thinking about this. Do you think it's a smart idea for the next Chris Jericho cruise to have live AEW Dynamite?
I think a lot could go wrong, but a lot can go right.
Yes.
Let's touch it by each scenario. It could go right because there could be no spoilers online.
But who wants to read spoilers?
So, unfortunately, a lot of people read them.
Now, I want to go back to WWE for a minute and say...
Well, let me finish the second part of the question.
Okay.
How it can go wrong is you prepare your equipment and lo and behold, a storm hits that wasn't scheduled to hit. And that's how it could go bad.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but the Jericho cruises have always been in very tropical.
The last one went from Florida to the Bahamas.
Okay, now can I? Okay. What did you think of Edge's return and the Randy Orton segment on Raw last week?
I think they should have waited a week for that beatdown to happen.
Well, I've mentioned this to you before, and I said, and I still stand by it. I wish it would have been like a Roman Reigns or somebody new.
I mean, it makes sense for the Rated RKO to have an explosion.
But didn't they already have that?
I don't know. But think about it this way. Randy Orton used to be gimmick with the Legend Killer. So it kind of makes sense that they're using him.
Okay. Last week, what did you think of both NXT and AEW?
Well, if you go by the ratings, AEW was a better show.
I don't understand why they would put a 6-man tag up against the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Classic.
If it was a tag, if they had a belt already, then that would be one thing. But there was no title there, no nothing. I agree with that, though.
What did you think of Ciampa using his own blood and
Signing the contract.
yeah.
I thought that was good. I will say this though. All in all, both shows were good.
Mm-hmm.
All in all, I think AEW did have a little bit better than the NXT competitor. All but that last match. That last match, honestly, they should have held off on the tag title match and put the tag title match up against the finals of Dusty Classic. That would have been a better scenario, in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Or even have Jericho defend against a contender that had a shot, even if we knew for a fact he wouldn't win it.
Okay. I want to talk about one Kenny Omega. And
Okay, let's make this quick because we're already at 20 minutes and
okay.
it would take forever to load.
Do you think that Kenny Omega should just be in-ring competitor, or do you think he should still be allowed to book the women's division?
Oh, he can't book.
He can't book to save his life.
We need a new booker for the women. I don't know who booked in the future or the past. Maybe they try to find and get someone that has history of booking.
Do you think it was Kenny who told Britt to cut that god awful promo?
And she's done 2 of them now. From what I guess she cut one last
She did,
week,
and I still say she can't cut a promo.
No, she can't. Well, but with that being said, we are getting close to where we are headed till we meet the end.
Keep it hardcore, everyone. And as he says,
keep it 2020.
oh yeah, you stopped doing